Hey, good afternoon. This is Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 7th of May, 2022. Just my weekly analysis video where I go over all of the pairs I'm trading. These are Forex pairs on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. So welcome everyone. Thanks for watching. If you do like the videos, please hit the like button or subscribe button. That's always appreciated. And pardon me. We'll just go over a few things. Last week was a pretty big week in news, and we saw some pretty big reversals, stuff that you wouldn't normally see. Yeah, for example, the United States interest rate news came out, and the market moved, which is expected. It's big news. 24 hours later, everything just completely reversed. I don't know what brought it on. There was a lot of other news, but you'll see that the USD pairs especially got a bit of a caning, put me on the wrong side of the market, few stop outs, etc. All right, so talk about news. Let's first up, we'll have a look at the news ahead for the week. After last week, it was a big week. This week, very quiet week, very quiet week. So this is Forex Factory free economic calendar. You just got to sign up. It doesn't cost you anything. The good thing about it, you can set up to your local time. So this is all in my local time. I currently live in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, so that's just your Indochina time, same as Bangkok, same as Ho Chi Minh City. So let's have a look. I'm mainly interested in the red highlight ones. They're the high impact events. The orange are medium impact. Don't worry about low impact news. So Monday, just a talking head. Just when I say talking head, I mean just someone's making a speech or someone's talking. Someone's related to the finance industry, governor of a bank, or Fed chairman or something like that. So that's the pound, nothing there. Come Tuesday, nothing. OPEC meetings, which might affect oil prices, which may in turn affect the Canadian dollar. CPI out of the US on Wednesday, that's a high impact event. And PPI out of the US on Thursday, and that is it. Compared to last week, that is super boring. It's a pretty boring week all around news-wise. I wouldn't expect too much movement, but this is only scheduled news. Remember, you can it could be something that is not expected, like a war breaks out or something else happens. There's other stuff. So you got to be on your guard all the time, especially in the currency markets or any markets for that matter. All right, so that's the news ahead. Let's have a look at the setup. Now, high probability, there it is. Now, have a look at this Word document. Most of you have seen my charts before. You've been following me for a while. You've read my books, etc. You know what they are. But this is for people that are not sure or wondering what the settings are. This just explains what the different colors represent on the chart. I normally go through it anyway, so you can't. It's a very visual, so sometimes people just like to read the actual numbers. So this is it. You can pause the video, read that, have a look at it. It's pretty straightforward, and I'll go through it all anyway. The main thing's the bottom indicator is the MACD Platinum. All it is a zero lag MACD, and it oscillates around a zero level, which you'll see. And generally, I'm looking to sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. But you'll see all that anyway. All right, so you can have a read of that. I'll bring it up at the end, hopefully. So now let's have a look at the charts. All right, here we go. Now, this is my watch list on the right. These are the pairs I just look at. They're just example pairs. I just try to spread it a bit so there's not so much correlation, but you'll see that there is still. So if it's highlighted in dark blue, it means I've taken a trade, no action's been taken. If it's highlighted in orange, it means I want to talk to you about something that's happened during the week or something's coming up. There are no new trade signals for Monday. There are no new trade signals at all. If it's highlighted in light blue, it means I've got a trade on, I've taken some action. If it's not highlighted, it means there's no trade on. So that's just my watch list. That's just how I know what's happening. Generally with my pairs, you've all seen me take trades. There'll be like these trades are called at the time, so these are not after the fact. I call these trades in the Facebook group, the Telegram channel, and also Family Man Trading's Discord channel. So everyone's more than welcome to join any of those private groups, and you can see the trade setup. So I call the trade setups there and any trade management. And at the end of the week, like Saturday or Sunday, I do this video and just go over the whole week, and it gives you more of a visual aid on where we're at. So you'll see my notes. I normally have the pair written here. Whatever's on the right is normally the most recent trade. There'll be pairs with multiple trades on, which you'll see. I've got the date, the time of entry. So what I do is I call this, on the open of this candle, I call the trade. And there's a buy, in this case, it's the Aussie Swiss. Call the buy. I mark it up and I take a screenshot, post the screenshots, and also put them in a shared folder so everyone's got access to them also. So this is Aus Swiss. You can read my notes, what I think about the trade. It's with the uptrend. You can see it's got supporting hidden bullish divergence, and you all know what I like. I like bullish divergence. My only concern was it's got to break this high here, this previous high. It's got to break through that. And as you can see, it's gone against us like every trade at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, ideally want to see price break through the previous highs. It's supported by hidden bullish divergence. So yeah, so you can see it there. That's the buy. That's the stop loss. Normally the red dotted line. Aussie yen. It's highlighting orange for a reason. All right, now we're in a buy from here, 1st of Feb. So we call this one. Oh, there it is, 1st of Feb. We call that is going well. That's a stop loss there. I normally keep the stop loss between the 50 and the 100 EMA. That's just, for me, that's a comfort sort of area for me. You could bring it up under this fractal here, but I'll just leave it where it is at the moment. So we're good on that. We're good on that. Now, I took a sell here. Now, that was on the 25th of April, new sell signal. It came down. What's going on here? Sorry, guys. Don't even know what this is. Pause the video. Wasn't even sure what that was, but it's gone now. Right. It took the sell here. Went down. Now, I called. When it came down here and sort of popped up a bit, I'm pretty sure I brought the stop down. Brought the stop down and put it across here, across the lows, across just these little highs here. And on the 3rd of May, closed the sell trade. So let's have a look when the 3rd is. So when we got this green dot here, opposite QMP filter dot, I closed the sell trade, small profit on the sell. So there's really, we couldn't do much there. And as you can see, it's gone up, popped through my stop. Now it's coming down. Did not take the buy. It just, I'm already in a buy, so I didn't take it. No need there. And yeah, like it had this big move up, and then it had this little move, and we had to pull back to a lower low here. Like it's just not a great setup when it comes to buy. Not a great setup when it comes to buy. So I declined to take the buy. I'm already in a buy. We're out of the sell for a small profit. I just leave it all on the chart to show you guys what I did come the weekend, all right? So after this video is finished, I go and tidy up that chart and remove that sell trade and all the associated markings to it. And in the meantime, we're in the buy area, but this is probably going to, I'm thinking this is probably going to roll over to the downside. Unless it has a big shoot up, takes it this previous high, this is going to roll over more than likely. Aussie USD, now this is what I'm talking about, the big reversal. See, on the 4th of May, which was the Wednesday, which was the same candle that the US interest rates came out, we had this big move up. Then that closed, and on the opening, it's just gone down since then. So we took the buy in here, thinking the US dollar, the US is going down, the Aussie's going up, which is good. But straight away, took the buy, and it's one of those trades just gone against me. Stops down here below these lines here, the big numbers on the Aussie. It's a 70-cent level and 75-cent level. But the good thing, we took a sell here, and we're still in that sell. So what I'm going to do now is bring that stop down a bit on the sell, just to lock in. I'm going to bring it down to near those highs there, just in the MAs. So we're locking in profit there, which offsets some of the loss. So that's a good thing. We're still in that sell. So yeah, that buy there, it's bouncing off the 70-cent level. It looked like a good setup to me, but 24 hours, 48 hours later, look at it. It's terrible. But the MACD Platinum's still a fair way below the zero level, so I'll still be looking for another buy. It may get to the stage where I could start looking at drawing a trend line across the highs here. And if we don't get a sell signal, which we're not yet, it's still a long way from an actual opposite QMP filter dot, we could just keep staying this buy if the stop's not taken out. So we'll just see. So that's the Aussie. All I've done is basically brought down my stop on the sell. CAD Swiss. We're in a buy here. You can read the notes there. I think I did take a sell close. New sell signal 31st of March. Where's that? Oh, that's a long way ago. There. Didn't take the sell there. Did I? Didn't I? I can't remember. I don't think I did. Nah, doesn't matter. Anyway, we're in this buy. We've got some profit locked in. We've already closed half. Yeah, we did take a sell there. I'm pretty sure I did. And I got stopped out or something. Anywho, we'll just wait. We're in a buy. We're locking in profit, so it's offsetting the loss. We could drag that stop up a bit. If the MAs keep on spreading to the upside, we'll just follow them up, and have a look where we can trail this stop. Euro Swiss highlighted in orange for a reason. I closed this trade. That's right. We took a sell here on the 27th of April. So that date there, 27th, the open of the candle. Went down. Didn't go anywhere in our favour. I didn't mind the setup, but I thought it was a good setup. But, the price is king. Price goes where it damn well pleases, I don't control it just because it looks good. Doesn't mean it's going to work out. But we got this opposite QMP filtered dot, and that was on the 4th. On the open, I called the close, so we saved ourselves some money. We would have been stopped out a couple of days later. So all we did was close there instead of letting it hit the stop, opposite QMP filter dot. Someone did ask, why did I close? Why didn't I keep it open? And it's just one of my rules. Unless I see a really good setup or something that really appeals to me, I'm not, why does that keep on coming up? I'm not even logged in. I'm not going to muck around with it. I'll just take the loss and wait for another sell setup. The MACD platinum's above the 0 level. So remember I said it oscillates around the 0 level, up and down. So, yeah. So it's highlighted just to show you. I've got to tidy the chart up, and I'll just leave it on there to show you what happened and where we call the trade, etc. Euro pound, this one's just downright ugly, loss, bang. Took a sell here, thought it was pretty good. A few days went, couple of days went sideways, then bang, UK interest rate news, bang, straight through the stop. Stopped out, blew through these previous highs. Again, it's left on the chart just to show you we were stopped out for a loss, full loss. Highlight, I'll tidy up the chart after the video. In the meantime, MACD platinum still above the 0 level. So looking at, looking at another potential sell. Not taking a buy. It's not a valid buy signal, even though it probably could be, but it just doesn't comply with my rules. There's no reason for me to take a buy there using this system. Euro USD, last trade was this buy in here, going nowhere fast. Again, not so obvious compared to the Aussie, but there was a big move up, then a big candle down. But the good thing is we're in two sells still. One from here, you can read them 14th of Feb and the 4th of April, so it's a sell here, both stops in the same place. We'll just leave them where they are for the moment. And the most recent trade was this buy on the 5th of May, so took it there on the open. Nice divergence there. So did I write down hidden bullish divergence? Why did I write hidden bullish? It's regular. I'll change that. That's dumb. Jim, come on. That's not hidden. That's regular divergence. Yeah, I wonder why. I'll fix that up after. Jesus. So yeah. So the buy at the moment going nowhere fast. And there's a stop there, and these two sells are obviously going well. We did take a buy in here and was stopped out, so we're trying to pick the buys, and we're going. Obviously, the trend's heading down, so just be careful there with the buys. Pound CAD, another one that's just blasted through off the pound, the UK interest rate news. Took the buy here. This pair's been tough to trade. I tell you, I've been getting. I say it's been tough, but it hasn't really. I didn't take the sell trade here, which in hindsight I probably should have. And, it hasn't been terrible, but it's just been tough. And this one's definitely took the buy here, put the stop here, high risk, again, the regular bullish divergence. and blew through the stop, and it looks like it's now going to probably pull up a little bit. So there might be another opportunity. I'll draw a trend line across the highs, and maybe another opportunity to go into a buy again, depending on where we're at on the MACD Platinum. So we stopped out there also. So it wasn't a good week. I guess every week can't be good, can they? All right, pound yen. What do we got? We've got a buy here. The stop and place there. Good. So that's good. That's the 15th of March. So there's your buy in there. All good. As I said, these are all called. Sell, stop there for a loss. So no, it's no good, but the buy offsets that little bit. Then we've taken another sell here. So that's the 25th of April. And it's come down. As soon as we get to these MAs here and the MACD Platinum through the zero level, we're closing half. So what do I call that? 4th of May. 4th of May, I dragged the stop down, I think. So you close half in here. The stop would have been up here somewhere. And on the 3rd of May, yeah, when I got this opposite QMP filter dot, there's a buy signal there. And it's a valid buy signal. I didn't take it because I'm already in a buy, and it would have been pretty much the same. I didn't take it, which is probably a good thing at the moment. But I moved my stop right down below the entry level on the sell, so I can't lose another trade there, which is good. That's ideal. That's what you want. If you've got 2 trades on, the buy and the sell, that's what you want to do. New Zealand CAD highlighted in orange. There's a reason for that. Stopped out. Another one of these big reversals. Nice big bullish candle. Ugly bearish candle, especially when you're long. Stopped out by a couple of pips, just a few pips. And look, it's probably going to bounce up now. Again, look for a re-entry, possible re-entry. I'll just keep an eye on it. I'll try and draw a trend line across the, for example, let's have a look. We'll draw a trend line just to show you what I mean. All right, let's go across here. Something like this. Now, with trend lines, they're not an exact science. Some people go from the high, the lows. I just basically go across the body of the candle. It's not an exact science by any means. Very subjective. So it's trend line like that. And if this green dot remains active, MACD Platinum below the zero level, price say meanders around and eventually breaks this trend line to the upside, I may consider taking another buy and just put my stop a little bit lower, having a second go at it, as long as that signal remains valid. So that was just another loss. Not a good week, as I said. New Zealand yen. All right, what have we got here? We've got a buy going nowhere fast. Pretty similar to the Oz yen and the pound yen. You know, that's the correlation in the Forex market. You just generally, there's one dominant currency, in this case it'd be the yen, given the same signal, and it's creating the same setup. So, and I did take the buy on this because it wasn't in a trade, so I took it. Now that is definitely hidden bullish divergence. We really got to break this high, but it's gone nowhere fast. There's a stop in place there. MACD Platinum still a long way below the zero level. More than likely, I'm thinking probably going to get stopped out in this also, depending on what the yen happens with the yen, but that's where we're at the moment. New Zealand USD, you wouldn't believe what happened here. Nothing. I've just got this highlight in orange because I'm just going to move the stop down. I'm removing this pair. I'm going to sell. I didn't take the buy there, so I wasn't stopped out there. Again, these are big numbers. That's a 65, 70 cent level. Very similar. It's very similar to the Aussie USD, hence I'm removing it from the list. If you trade the Aussie or the New Zealand, there's no point trading both of them. They both pretty well much move the same most of the time. So then you would think the Aussie New Zealand dollar would be an easy pair to trade, but it's not. Oh, it's been a dog of a pair to trade for me anyway. But let's move on. All right, so we're going to sell here. We're just going to drag the stop down a little bit, and I might actually take some, get aggressive here, bring it right down. I want out of this, so we'll lock in some profit there. We'll bring it right down. That'll get stopped out eventually, no doubt. But in the meantime, locking in some good profit there. Now, gold, still kicking myself and I'm taking that sell up here, but that's nothing happening. No trades on at the moment. We're stuck between the 2,000 and 1,800 level at the moment. We've got a warning signal here for a potential buy setup. The MACD Platinum's below the zero level, so that puts me in. That's why the warning line is there, green dot below the zero level, looking to buy. There's no supporting divergence, but if a buy trade presented, I'd take it. I like trading gold. It's actually, it's not a hard pair to trade using this method. Silver, pretty much the same. Kicking myself and I'm taking that sell, but that happens. Now we're down to this sort of low area here, similar to gold. It does move very similar to gold. You'll see the chart patterns. Again, no, it's not a bad pair to trade if you want to look at a metal, silver or gold. Pretty cool. Now we'll get down to the three. They're just more out of curiosity things. This is US dollar. So here's this big move. That's the bearish candle before interest rate. So this is the US dollar, USDX, or it's called on some platforms. So there's that big bearish candle, and there's a big bullish candle 24 hours later. And that was all around the interest rate news. So the last signal was a sell. I just marked the chart up with the valid signals just to see how the system works. The US dollar's been bullish for a long time. Have a look at that. It's just going up. US 500, US stock market. So this is just the big S&P, what do we call it? Is it the stock market? The New York Stock Exchange. Last signal was this buy here, and again, affected by the US dollar. Same sort of scenario. Big bullish candle, and then a big bearish candle. We're at the previous lows. We're going to break them. I don't know. So you're probably starting to think the share market's in bearish territory or getting close to it. It's been, had this big run up to the, like if you look left, 1, 2, 3. Had this big run up. There's your highs up here. Broke. Now we're not making high highs, but then we've made a lower low. Now we've made pretty much the same high again. It's slightly higher, but now it's come down to the same lows again. So it's different. That's just more out of curiosity. We're just having a look at that. And Bitcoin's the last one. Very similar. It is in correlation to some extent with the stock market. If you look at a Bitcoin USD chart versus the US 500, for example, you can overlay on TradingView. I don't know how to do it, but there is a way to do it apparently. You'll see that these are pretty much the same. And once the cryptos break away from that correlation of the stock market, it'll make things a lot better all around, I think. Anyway, the last signal was this buy here on Bitcoin. These numbers are the 40,000 level. That's the 50,000. Buy. Then we had a sell signal, which is not really valid for my rules. And we're getting to the previous sort of low here. I'd be out of the buy and just waiting for a potential buy signal to present. Because at the moment, I'm not sure. That's definitely in a downtrend. Look at the moving averages. Or a sideways. You call it a sideways. So that's it, boys and girls. Let's just bring up that Word document again. Like I say, if you do like the videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I know it's a bit boring. They're a bit long at 20. Oh, what is that coming up? I'm not even logged in. It's a bit boring. They're a bit long. Just listen to my voice trundle on, and and especially when it hasn't been a good week, there's a lot of losses there, and it doesn't happen every week. You watch my videos. It's some weeks are like that. It's trading. You got to remember, the famous turtles, their win rate was only like not even 30%, I don't believe. I think it was 27, 28% or something like that. And they made millions. So that means they're basically losing 70% of their trades. So it messes with your head, the old trading, that's for sure. All right, that's me done for this video. I'll get it uploaded. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, people. Stay safe wherever you are. It is my son's birthday today, so hopefully he's having a good day with his family. And I'll chat to you good folk during the week sometime. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.